The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clerk. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, is Zillow accurate? An amazing program in store for you. Grant Maloy joins us as well. And also, is real estate fraud really that rampant? It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, as always, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A wonderful show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. I get this question a lot. I know the answer, and we're going to discuss the answer together here in a minute, but is Zillow accurate? I'm thinking about selling my home. Can I get an accurate value of my home from Zillow? Also, we visit an amazing Airbnb with an amazing lady here in Daytona Beach, and is real estate fraud really running rampant through Florida right now or not? Wonderful questions that we will answer by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today with our great friends from Ocala Realty World, Luis and Elisha Lopez. How are you? The king and queen of Ocala real estate, I would say.
Thank you.
Here's what I want to do, though, first, all right? I'm going to come back to you in a second because we're going to talk about Zillow, but I want to offer you something very special today. Never done this before. Zillow, to me, is not accurate, all right? Zillow has never been this inaccurate. This real estate program, accurate. And we have a new program to roll out for you right now. No matter where you live, if you're thinking about selling your house, you want to get an accurate value of your home, here's all you have to do. Call the phone number on the screen right now, 407-205-0400. I will literally send someone to your house. We will get an exact home valuation for you so you can make a decision about whether you want to sell, whether you want to refinance, or whether you want to stay put as you are. No matter if you're in Ocala, Orlando, Champions Gate, no matter where you are, we're going to get you an exact valuation on your home today with a little special kicker on the backside for you. If you do this, and you list your home, we're going to show your home here on this show to get maximum exposure, to help you get maximum value. Elisha, let me start with you, Zillow. Is Zillow accurate? I'm not supposed to ask yes or no questions, but is it accurate or not?
Unfortunately, no. And I mean, it's always been that way. Years ago, we would say that Zillow is buyer's bait. And now I would say it's buyer and seller bait.
Right.
Because the values on there are way higher than what properties are actually selling for.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just the information really isn't that accurate. So it's confusing to the consumer, and it doesn't help the market because the information isn't correct.
I want you to be part of this program. I want both of you to be part of this program. I think I want to do it a lot. It's an exact home valuation, right? So if someone's in Ocala, Marion County, the Villages, they want to know what their house is worth, Luis, because to make a good decision about whether to sell or refinance or stay put, getting an accurate valuation is pretty important.
Yes. The best thing that we can do is a CMA. They compare your property to similar properties in the area. And from there, based on your upgrades and features, then we can come out to an accurate that you can walk out of the closing table with an accurate.
You want to know how much you're going to make. You want to see what kind of check you're going to walk away from the closing table with. That's what it's all about. After you pay your closing costs, what are you going to walk away with? That's the big question for you. How much are you going to make if you sell your home? The only way to know that is to get an accurate valuation of your home. Now, Luis and Elisha will do it for you, totally free of charge, okay? QR code on the screen right now for Ocala Realty World. No matter where you may live in Ocala, Marion County, Villages, Levy, is it Levy or Levy?
Levy.
Levy County. They will literally give you a full market analysis and tell you what your house is worth to day. All right, anywhere else in Central Florida, if you call the phone number, I will connect you and you will figure out what your house is worth today. 407-205-0400. I'm hearing from a lot of people who are buying second homes right now. Some people who live in Florida who want to buy a second home in Ocala. Some people who live in different states who want to buy a second home in Ocala. Why do you think we're having this second home, vacation home boom in that part of the world?
Well, we have a surplus of buyers coming to buy vacation homes. And most of these buyers, the majority are for California, New York. They come in here buying a vacation home, not because not only the prices are amazing, but taxes and insurance, and with the horse capital of the world.
That's right.
So you have the best of both worlds. On top of that, it's a great place to live.
Yeah.
So it's everything. We can wrap everything up, which is an amazing little gem in the whole state of Florida.
Yeah, and there is that decision when you buy a second home, am I going to keep it just for myself, or am I going to rent it as well to supplement the income, or am I going to use it just as an income property? What goes into that decision for someone buying a second home?
I would say it's just personal preference, because I know for myself, if we were to purchase a property to have as an Airbnb, for me, it would have to be solely Airbnb.
You wouldn't want to live there?
No, I want my own place.
I see.
So, now you have to have two.
Yeah.
This is what you deal with, huh?
I know.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay.
But I get that too. You know, you can have an owner's closet and you can rent it and use it somewhat. So I see both. I'm kind of like you though. If it's my place, I don't know that I want to necessarily rent it either. But then the other option is you don't have a second home if you can't afford to not rent it. So, sometimes renting is a good option as well. And money though, so it all comes down to money. So if you're going to not pay cash, you're going to get a mortgage. I guess you do want to kind of get a rental history so you know what you can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do I do that? How do I get a rental history normally?
Property management.
Oh yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, if the property's already been rented out, I mean, that's a lot easier. But if it's just from a regular owner that didn't have a tenant inside, obviously working with a realtor that's experienced in property management to guide you, because we see a lot that buyers purchase a property to rent and the numbers don't match up, and then they end up being upside down and wondering why.
Yeah. So what do you think is better, renting it myself or through Airbnb?
I think Airbnb is going to give you a huge platform that you're going to get the best renters out there.
Probably makes it a little easier as well, huh?
Yeah.
All right, here is the thing. I'm telling you, Zillow's not working. To get a real analysis of what your home is worth, you need to check out Ocala Realty World today. They will do it for you, totally free of charge, and then they'll help you make that decision. Do you sell it? Do you refinance it? Or do you sit on it just as is? Thank you guys. Excellent job as always, Ocala Realty World. We will take a quick break. When we return, Viv's head into your neighborhood. Do you have allergies? Do your children have allergies? Well, at least you know in your home you are safe from allergies, right? No, you're not. The windows in your home can be giving allergies a major boost to your family. And this is very scary. Dan Brigman's here, Renewal by Anderson. You think when you're in your house, you're safe from all this outdoor stuff. But you're not.
You're absolutely right. You think so, but what we've learned is as the season gets warmer and these allergies start to come out, what also happens is our AC runs a lot more, right? When your AC runs, remember, there's a return in the house. It's sucking air from somewhere. If you have broken seals in your window, that pollen, those allergenic, anything can be pulled through there, and the more that AC is running, the more those allergies that are coming into your home, and therefore you're waking up stuffed up.
Get your windows checked out. QR code is on the screen right now. You talk about AC though. When I hear my AC running, I immediately think my electricity bill. Oh my gosh, it's that time of year where I have to pay a ton of money to my electricity bill. Windows, though, contribute to that bill as well. 100%.
It's time to put a stop to the high energy bills. You have to. And there's a lot of other reasons to make the investment, but that's one of the biggest ones. What will happen is when you replace these windows, which equate to about 25% of the square foot of your home, that's a lot of glass. That's one whole wall of the house. All of that sun beating in, and on even the chilly days, that heat that you have inside going out, that will reduce your energy bill somewhere between the neighborhood of 20 and 30%. In most cases, will reduce that payment enough to pay for the windows themselves.
I love it, Dan. Thank you. Great job as always. Do yourself a favor. Check out your windows today with Renewal by Andersen.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks to our wonderful friends at Universal Roof and Contracting. We send Viv every week to your neighborhood. Today she visits DeBary, Florida for Viv's in your neighborhood.
The second most asked question I get is what areas have the best value for real estate? Well, today I'm visiting one of those, DeBary, Florida, North Orlando. Just off of I-4, it is about 25 to 30 minutes to downtown Orlando and one of the stops at the Sunrail station that can take you through Central Florida. As Central Florida continues to expand, I find that these cities along the I-4 corridor continue to grow and maintain their value. And if you're either looking for land or you want a newer home, developers agree because there are several new developments starting in the mid-300,000s. These developments are located near popular attractions like the DeBary Golf Club, Central Florida Zoo, and Gemini Springs, which I'm at right now, making them an attractive choice for families and retirees alike. Gemini Springs is closed to swimmers, but it has so much to offer, including camping, canoeing, fishing, horseback riding, a picnic area, nature trail, and a dog park. The median household income is about $93,000. The median home value in 2023 was $385,000. You know, I always have to mention a favorite restaurant, and I recently visited the Salted Goat, a unique eatery right off of 1792 that prides itself on farm-to-table meals. They have their staples like the piggy pasta, but you will find seasonal changes that match what's fresh and available. You might be wondering what my most asked question is. Well, here it is. What's the market like? My answer today is it's summer and the busiest seasons for moves. Rates have dropped, more inventory to choose from, and if you want a fixer-upper or new construction, it's available. Call me, Vivian Lehman, for more information on DeBary and how we can help you find a home at 407-205-0400.
Thank you as always, Vivian. And just up the street from DeBary, also in Volusia County, is a town you might have heard of called Daytona Beach. I visited the most amazing bed and breakfast the other day, and I'm so happy to have the person who made it all possible with me. Marguerite's here. Miss Maggie, South Country Inn. Marguerite, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for having us out the other day, by the way. It was so awesome. I didn't want to leave, period. Your bed and breakfast is fantastic. Describe what you're doing over there in Daytona.
Well, we're progressing and we're moving into party venues, small weddings, bridal showers, baby showers, graduations. We have indoor, outdoor, which is kind of nice. Outdoor is like a garden. You feel like you're in a park, but we have a lot of room indoors as well because the weather gets very hot.
The whole time I was there, I was thinking that. I was thinking a big family could have a function there, any sort of event, and everyone stays there under the same roof. It seems like a wonderful idea for any sort of family event, work party, anything like that. Yeah,
we're looking for business ventures as well. I know there are a lot of companies that send out people to different areas that we can accommodate 14 people, a whole staff to stay. And there's meeting rooms, there's anything you need.
It's great. I love the location as well. This is kind of in the old school downtown part of Daytona where there's so many restaurants you can walk to, so many things to do right within walking distance.
Everything is right there. You have the river right up the street. I think it's a perfect location because we're 4 miles from the International Speedway, 4 miles from the beach, and that whole Beach Street area with the Esplanade Park is just wonderful. There's every different kind of restaurant you could think of is there.
If you have any plans to visit Daytona Beach, whether it's for the bike weeks, for races, anything like that, maybe avoid these big hotels and look at Marguerite's Miss Maggie's South Country Inn today. Call me if you want, 407-205-0400. I'll connect you directly with her. But whether it's just you, a small family, or even a big event, this is such an amazing place to stay. And when I walked in, I just immediately felt at home. You know, sometimes you walk into a hotel and it feels kind of stale. When I walk into your bed and breakfast, I feel immediately at home. How did you create that environment?
I like comforts, creature comforts. So if it makes me feel comfortable, I know it's going to make other people, and that's what I try to accomplish there, to make people feel as comfortable as possible. I've had people tell me that they feel like they visited their favorite aunt and they want to come back again.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes becomes a return customer.
That's
it's
right.
just, we'd like to see more people.
And it is a bed and breakfast. You call it something else, right? What do you call it? It's not a bed and breakfast.
I call it a country inn.
Country inn. There you go. It's you know what I would call a bed and breakfast, but it really does feel like a country inn. You wake up, you're going to make me breakfast, and we tried your snacks already. It was fantastic. But I also think, you know, after a long day, you get back there and there are couches to hang out, games to play. You can have your wine right there and truly feel like you're at home or somewhere special.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. And it's working. It's working. And we are licensed to sell beer and wine, so we have that on premise. I always have snacks for my guests. You know, it's hot. It's hot. In Daytona, you're running around, there's so much to do there. It's not, you know, people think of Daytona, they think of the races, they think of the bike weeks. There is a lot more culture there.
Of course.
It's a very artsy area. It's really growing.
Yeah.
That whole historic district is in redevelopment, and it's really a lovely area.
Well, Michaela and I had a wonderful time out there. We're going to come see you soon, I promise. You just walked in saying she was on time, but she wasn't on time, so I don't know what she's talking about. But we'll be on time when we come visit you, Marguerite, at Miss Maggie South Country Inn again soon. How was that?
That was great.
Any sort of visit, any sort of vacation in Daytona coming up, look no further than Miss Maggie South Country Inn. You're going to love it just like I did. Call her today. Book now, though. You go ahead and make your reservations. Go see her today.
You go right on the website and book.
Quick break. You Have Real Estate continues. It is getting hot outside, thankfully, in my house.
Our house.
Oh, yeah.
It's our house. It's not just
I
yours,
always forget.
buddy.
In our house, it is
Yes.
not hot because Old Ash connected us with Duquesne. Our house feels amazing right now. It was hot before.
It was. And now it's cool.
Now it's
because
cool.
I
But
like it cool.
But I think it's a little bit too cool because you do a lot of things that you're not supposed to do. Here are the do's and don'ts of your AC unit. Do not leave the air conditioner running at a very low temperature all day and night for you.
Yeah.
It's recommended that you leave the temperature between 76 and 78. I'm laughing
that's
because
hot.
you
That's
never
hot.
leave it at 76
I
or
do
78. I
not.
wake up in the middle of the night and I turn it up to where I hope you will forget the next morning to turn it back
I
down.
can feel it. So if that does happen, and let's say it's 78 in your house, and you want to
As it
turn it
should
down,
be.
don't do it drastically to cool the home faster. So if it's like a 78, don't turn it to 60 like I might do. The perfect temperature for your house is usually between 72 to 74. That's where I like it.
Or if it's at 72 and you're just angry, you turn it down to like 60.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable to me. But also, don't stop the regular maintenance. You have to make sure you properly maintain your air conditioning, change the filter every 3 months, or even call over a technician to check it out maybe once a year to make sure that the drainage is good, the gas levels, and all the components with your system are set for the long haul.
And don't obstruct the unit itself. So don't put your pickleball bag there, you know, to just leave it. So literally let the unit be. Don't put any kind of like thing that might be in the garage or decorations or anything of that nature inside of the unit.
What if I'm like hiding
unit.
from you to drink a beer in the garage or
Well,
something
maybe
and I
don't
stand
sit
right
down.
there? Does
Don't
that count?
sit down like right in front of the unit. Do it somewhere else.
And leaving doors open as well. I can't blame her for this one. We
No,
know
that's
not to
all you.
leave the outside doors open. We get that. But ACs are designed to cool individual rooms in your home, so you want to close the doors in each room, and that's going to really affect positively your efficiency.
Perfect. So I'll be inside, you be outside.
I love it. And speaking of efficiency, remember that the Duquesne Link's inverter heat pump is the right choice for you with Quick Link inverter technology, and it's incredibly quiet with its feature of Quiet Link. To learn more about Duquesne, like we did, visit the website on the screen or visit them on Facebook today. Thank you, Duquesne. Welcome back to the show. Real estate fraud is really running rampant throughout Florida and really the United States of America in general, but also something that can be even more difficult at times is when your mother or father pass away and they leave property to you and you've got brothers and sisters and quite frankly, it's done the wrong way oftentimes. Here to help me diagnose this, Seminole County Clerk of Court Grant Maloy is here. Grant, how you been, buddy? Good
Hey,
to see
Justin, good to see you. Thanks for having me on again.
Got it. Matt Miller is here, LPT. Matt,
Yes.
been a while. How are you, sir?
Good. Glad to be back.
So let me start with you, Matt. You get a listing, right? And it's from a brother or sister, and they got brothers and sisters. Mom and dad died. How kind of scary and nasty can that get?
It can get extremely nasty.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with one right now. So it's 3 siblings, so everybody has a different opinion. And first you got to get through probate and make sure there's no claims against the property.
Yeah.
And then you got to deal with 3 different personalities or 2 different personalities in selling a property.
Yeah.
And everybody's got their own personal attachment to it and beliefs as to what they should get or how it should work.
And Grant, you're the clerk of court, so you know about every single case, of course, that goes through Seminole County, but you must get calls like this too, people saying like, what's up with this case? It's taken forever.
Yeah, I tell you, estate planning is so important. I had somebody call me the other day about a house that got turned over to 3 children after the parents died. It's been in probate for 5 years, tied up there and just stalled out because the siblings can't agree on what to do.
Yeah.
This is very common. Proper estate planning is so important to make sure that passes. And I know parents are well-intentioned. You want to treat all your children equally.
Of course.
But when you do it that way, it can create a lot of problems when each child has an equal share of the house.
I have 2 little brothers who I love to death, who I'm telling you nothing could ever happen between us, but it always makes me sad when I see other families, brothers, sisters, having horrible fights where they don't talk to each other. Sometimes the rest of their lives, it makes me sad. You know, there are things that you can do before you pass away to make sure that they can't have that fight because it's all set up before them. I've even seen, and I was at an injunction hearing in Brevard County the other day, and we won, and I had to be escorted out from the injunction hearing from the Brevard County Courthouse by not 1, but 2 Brevard County deputies because the other side was so angry. And it was really a sibling thing, and it made me think this injunction stuff is very scary. It really is, because a lot of times it's a battered husband or wife, and people are really scared. You've done something amazing in Seminole County that's rolling out January 3rd, Grant. Tell me about it.
Right. It's been in the works for a while, but there's a new building that just opened in Seminole County, the courthouse annex over at 91 Esslinger Way. And inside there is our new injunction department. We call it the Domestic Violence Service Center. So for people who are in a situation where you want to file an injunction and you want a safe environment, this is just excellent. We have privacy in there. There's a place for children. It's right next to courthouse security. The sheriff's civil processors are right in the building. We work closely with Safe House as well if you need emergency shelter or other assistance. This is the best injunction department I've seen of any courthouse and anywhere in Florida.
In the whole state.
In the whole state, and it opens up January 3rd for those people who are in crisis. And it's a very respectful way to help people with that process that are in fear and need to know how to file an injunction through the court system.
Yeah, you've done a wonderful job getting that off the ground, and really it's an important aspect to the court system. Injunctions are so important because people need to be protected, of course, and people sometimes lives are getting threatened, and it's very hard to show up there and see everyone, and it's a scary time for people. It really is. So,
and we've created also a paperless workflow with the judges, so when you file things, it goes right to the judge right away. There's not a delay.
That's
and
awesome.
The judges work with us very closely on these things.
Beautiful. Now, Matt, a lot of people are maybe not going through a bad time, and they want to buy that second home. I love New Smyrna Beach. It's a fantastic place. A lot of people go there. A lot of people have second homes. One of the things when it comes time to buying a vacation or second home, though, is you think, okay, am I going to use it a lot, or am I going to feel guilty because I have no time to go there? Right. One thing that can offset that is renting it out when you are not there. This property here looks like an amazing rental. Tell me about 37 South Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah, so that's it's an efficiency condo unit, completely renovated. It is eligible for short-term rental, or you can live there year-round. Really the best deal in New Smyrna for somebody starting as an investor. Yeah. Great opportunity. There's cash flow already there. Projected income this year is about $29,000 on it.
Wow.
And the HOA fee's low, $336 a month. And the best thing about it, the building has been renovated, all assessments paid, and the unit itself has been renovated completely.
Beautiful. If you'd like to see this one today, it's really priced to move, so you might want to call him today, 407-205-0400. You've been with LPT since almost the beginning, I feel like.
Right.
You've been coming in here for a couple of years with LPT. the growth over there, what Robert has done, has been incredible for me to watch. I've known him for years and years, of course, but this one is blowing me away. What's going on over there?
Yeah, we're starting to really get a lot of traction with top agents everywhere throughout the United States. We've expanded to 20 states. There's plans to continue to grow. We are attracting major teams from other brokerages. We're also bringing in some real heavy hitters in the luxury space.
Yeah.
So that in turn is rolling out a great luxury program. You may have seen billboards around town for our luxury products. It's just an amazing growth period right now.
I love it. Matt Miller, great job as always. Now, it is an election year, Grant. I think we have the best Seminole County constitutional officers in Seminole County than throughout the state. I really do. With you and JR and David and Sheriff Lima and Chris. It's amazing. But it is an election year for all of you. I hope no one's running against you. I don't know. What do you see happening this year?
Well, so far it's been kind of quiet. The office is working really well. There's no opposition that's popped up to complain.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm unopposed and really proud that we are the only campaign in Seminole County, grassroots-wise, to get petitions to get on the ballot. So we got the permission of over 4,000 voters to get our name on the ballot and was certified for that. So that's a great testimony to the folks helping out and a real blessing as well. So we're looking forward to the campaign season if it does pick up more.
And rightly so, because you're doing a wonderful job. You make it easy for us lawyers over there. Really, it's a great place to practice. Also, thank you, Grant, Matt. Thank you. Always great to see you. Tell LPT people I said hello. To our amazing crew. Wow, you guys blow me away as well. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate. Hurricane season can be very scary, especially if you have a roof that is old or leaky. What should you do about it? You should call my good friends at Universal Roof and Contracting. Justin's here. Corey is here. It is a scary time. The roof, most important part of your house, probably. What should I be looking for to know it's time to call you?
Look for those small symptoms that you see from the ground level. I always want to tell people, be courteous, be careful, don't get on your roof if you're uncomfortable. That's what we're there to do. But from the ground level, you can see things on the edge of your roof lifting up. You can see granules piling up on your yard, your driveway, sidewalks. Those are all telltale signs that you need to have your roof looked at, especially coming up and knocking on the door of hurricane season.
And this is a free inspection. QR code on the screen right now, or call the phone number on the screen. I'll have the boys come out and see you right away. The inspection process is done differently at Universal Roof and Contracting, Corey.
Yeah, it's up close and personal. I mean, we come to the house. We're not doing satellite estimates. We are doing perimeter walks. We're getting in the attic. We're getting on the roof. Most importantly, we're sitting at your kitchen table with you, and we're figuring out what the next right step for you is, and it's free. It's free for us to do that. And so if it's been a while and you haven't had anybody on your roof, that's a great reason to call.
And I think 31 years of proof is somewhat in the pudding. You've been around 31 years, just a great company. The culture at Universal Roof and Contracting, also different.
Yeah. It's entirely different. It's why we retain talent for multiple years, 4, 5, 6. We have some people that have been working for us for 12 years in the same industry. So yeah, it's trained from the very tip of the spear on how we want to approach the community with that forward-facing, genuine care for a homeowner. We're not there to just sling services and sales. We want to make sure we're there to help.
And a big thank you from me and my family, of course. You did our roof and did a wonderful job, and it wasn't an easy process on my roof either. We had some insurance claims, some issues that had to go through. You helped me every single step of the way, so I couldn't be more thankful. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
And they can do the same thing for you today. QR code is right here. I will connect you with Justin and Corey immediately. They will come to your house, see what's going on with your roof. Call Universal Roof and Contracting today.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.